Have you noticed your arms feeling weaker, your legs less steady, or that simple tasks you once did without thinking now leave you tired? If you're over 60, this isn't just aging, it's something far more dangerous. Every single year after 50, your body quietly strips away up to 1% of your muscle mass. And if you don't fight back, it will steal your balance, your independence, and even years off your life. I'm Dr. Johnny, and I need to give you a wake-up call. This muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, is one of the leading causes of falls fractures, disability, and premature death in seniors. And it's happening silently to millions right now. But here's the shocking truth. You don't need expensive powders, trendy shakes, or complicated diets to stop it. The real solution costs less than $2. It's sitting right in your kitchen, and it builds muscle as effectively as a steak. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this food is, how it works, and why it might be the single most important discovery for anyone over 60 who wants to stay strong, independent, and full of life. Let's get straight to it. For decades, we've been told that if you want strong muscles, you need meat. Steak, chicken, fish, those were supposed to be the gold standard. But here's the truth that flips everything upside down: beans. The humble food most people ignore can deliver as much or even more protein than the meat on your plate. Imagine this. A single cooked cup of soybeans gives you 31 grams of complete protein. That's more than a 4-ounce chicken breast. Lentils come in strong with 18 grams, while black beans, kidney beans, and chickpeas each deliver 15. These aren't just numbers. These are muscle-building weapons hiding in plain sight, costing pennies compared to what you spend on meat or powders. And the shocking part, cultures around the world have known this forever. Rice and beans in Latin America, lentils and rice in India, hummus and pita in the Middle East. They intuitively created complete proteins long before science proved why they worked. Modern research confirms beans provide not only protein, but the exact amino acids your body needs to repair and grow muscle. For anyone over 60, that's not just interesting, it's life-changing. Because every bite is a deposit into your strength account, helping you fight back against the silent muscle loss that comes with age. But only knowing this isn't enough, because there's something far more surprising that makes beans truly special for older adults. And without it, all the protein in the world won't protect your muscles. But protein is only half the story. What makes beans truly remarkable is that every cup is like a multivitamin nature designed for people over 60. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you're eating a single serving of black beans. Along with 15 grams of protein, you're getting 70% of your daily folate, almost half your magnesium needs, and up to 15 grams of fiber. That's more than most seniors get in an entire day. And here's why it matters. Magnesium is the mineral that allows your muscles to contract and relax properly. Without it, strength fades no matter how much protein you eat. Folate and other B vitamins help your body process protein into muscle fuel, a process that slows dramatically with age. And that fiber. It feeds your gut bacteria, reducing inflammation and improving nutrient absorption. Scientists call this the gut-muscle axis, and it's quickly becoming one of the most exciting discoveries in aging research. The antioxidants in beans, especially the dark anthocyanins in black beans and kidney beans, act like bodyguards for your muscle cells, protecting them from oxidative stress that accelerates aging. You won't get that from steak or chicken, no matter how lean. It's like getting protein, anti-inflammatory medicine, and an energy booster all in one bowl of food. But only knowing the nutrient profile won't protect your independence, because aging changes how your body responds to those nutrients, and that's where the real danger begins. But let's face it, even with all these nutrients, aging has its own rules. After the age of 50, your body begins a process doctors call sarcopenia, gradual silent muscle loss, that strips away up to 1% of your lean mass every single year. That might sound small, but over a decade, it can leave you noticeably weaker, struggling with balance, and at greater risk of falls and fractures. Think about it, every pound of muscle you lose makes climbing stairs harder. Standing from a chair slower and carrying groceries feel like a workout. I've seen patients in their 60s who believed they were just tired when in fact they were losing the very tissue that keeps them independent. And here's the catch, older muscles don't respond to protein the same way younger muscles do. Scientists call this anabolic resistance. A 30-year-old can build muscle from just 20 grams of protein at a meal, but someone over 60 often needs 30 to 40 grams to flip the same switch. The key amino acid behind this is leucine, and while beans contain slightly less than whey, protein research shows you can completely overcome this gap by simply eating more total plant protein in the right way. For seniors, that means aiming for at least 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, a target that beans can actually help you reach without draining your wallet. But knowing that aging changes the way your muscles use protein is just the beginning, because what the latest research reveals about plant proteins versus animal proteins might shock you even more. And here's where the science gets even more fascinating. For decades, people assumed animal protein was the only reliable way to build muscle in older adults. But the latest research is rewriting the rules. A massive review published in 2023 looked at 13 randomized controlled trials with over 800 participants all over 60. The results: plant protein worked just as well as animal protein for maintaining and even building lean muscle. One study that really stood out followed 37 older vegetarians who added just 18 grams of mung bean protein to their daily meals for 8 weeks. Without lifting a single dumbbell, 45% of them gained more than a pound of lean mass. The control group, only 7% saw any gain at all. Even more surprising, their grip strength improved by almost 3%, while the control group actually lost strength. That means beans may improve not only muscle size, but also muscle quality. In long-term care homes, the results are just as powerful. Residents in their 80s who consumed 30 grams of soy protein daily for 12 weeks gained over 3 pounds of lean muscle and walked faster, while their peers without added protein continued to decline. And one of the largest population studies in China, involving nearly 5,000 adults over 60, found that higher plant protein intake was directly linked to greater muscle mass, while animal protein showed no association at all. This flips everything we thought we knew about nutrition for seniors. But not all beans are created equal. Some pack far more muscle-building power than others. And this is where things get really exciting. Now let's talk about the real champions in the bean family, because not all beans are created equal. At the very top of the list are soybeans, delivering an incredible 31 grams of complete protein in just one cooked cup. That's more than chicken, more than fish, and the only plant protein considered truly complete on its own. You may know them better as edamame, those bright green pods you see in the frozen aisle. Steam them for a few minutes, sprinkle a little sea salt, and you've got one of the simplest, most powerful muscle-building snacks on earth. Next in line are lentils, quick to cook, incredibly versatile, and packing 18 grams of protein per cup. Red lentils in particular cook down into a creamy consistency, perfect for soups or stews if you struggle with chewing or digestion. Then we have the everyday heroes, black beans and kidney beans, both offering around 15 grams per cup. Don't underestimate them. Those dark pigments aren't just for looks. They're called anthocyanins, antioxidants that actively reduce muscle inflammation and speed recovery. Chickpeas also deserve special mention. They may be slightly lower in protein at 14.5 grams per cup, but their versatility makes them priceless. Hummus roasted snacks or tossed into salads, there's almost no limit to how they can fit into your diet. And don't overlook split peas with over 16 grams per cup and a naturally creamy texture that makes them one of the most comforting, senior-friendly sources of protein. Each of these beans has a role to play in protecting your strength and independence. But knowing which beans are the best is only part of the puzzle, because the real shock comes when you see how affordable they are and what that means for your health and your wallet. Here's something most people never think about: building muscle after 60 isn't just about nutrition, it's also about affordability. And beans absolutely crush animal protein in this category. A single pound of dried beans costs between $1 and $2, yet yields 12 to 13 servings of high-quality protein. To get the same amount from chicken breast, you'd be spending $15 to $20 every single month. That difference can literally free up hundreds of dollars over a year, money that can go to medication bills or simply enjoying life. But the value doesn't stop at your wallet. Unlike meat, beans actually fight inflammation in your body. Each serving lowers C-reactive protein and other inflammatory markers, reducing what scientists now call inflammaging, the chronic inflammation that accelerates weakness, disease, and decline. Even better, a single daily serving of beans has been linked to a 10% drop in cardiovascular disease risk. Think about that: one food that builds muscle, protects your heart, balances your blood sugar, and lowers your cholesterol all at once. You won't find that in a steak or a protein shake. This is why many experts say beans don't just add years to your life, they add life to your years. But as powerful as beans are, there's one thing that still holds many people back from eating them every day. And if you've ever struggled with it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's be honest. The number one reason most people avoid beans isn't the taste or the cooking time. It's the fear of bloating or gas. And yes, beans naturally contain compounds that can cause discomfort. But here's the good news. Modern cooking methods make this problem almost vanish. Soaking beans overnight in water with just a quarter teaspoon of baking soda reduces gas-producing compounds by up to 90%. Pressure cooking takes it even further, breaking down tough fibers while preserving every valuable amino acid. In fact, nutritionists say pressure cooking is the single best way to prepare beans for seniors because it improves digestibility and makes them soft enough for anyone to enjoy. And don't forget the wisdom of traditional cultures. For centuries, people have added spices like cumin, ginger, or even a simple bay leaf to their bean pots. And science now shows these additions actually help break down complex sugars. Start small, just 2 to 4 tablespoons of well-cooked beans a day, and let your gut adjust. Within a few weeks, most people notice that digestion feels completely normal, sometimes even better than before. Lentils, split peas, and mung beans are especially gentle if you're just starting out. The truth is, beans can be one of the easiest foods to digest if you prepare them correctly. But learning how to make beans comfortable for your stomach is just step one, because the real secret lies in knowing when and how to eat them to unlock their full muscle-building power. Now that you know beans can be easy to digest, the real magic comes down to timing and strategy. Eating beans randomly isn't enough. Your body after 60 has very specific needs. Research shows older adults need to spread protein evenly across the day, about 25 to 35 grams at each meal, to overcome anabolic resistance. That's where beans shine. Imagine starting your morning with black beans folded into scrambled eggs, enjoying lentil soup at lunch, and finishing with a hearty chickpea stew for dinner. That's 3 separate muscle-building triggers, each powerful enough to keep your strength tank full. Sports nutrition experts like Dr. Stuart Phillips recommend about 0.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per meal, and beans make hitting that number simple and affordable. The bonus: beans digest slowly, releasing amino acids over several hours, which perfectly matches the extended muscle-building window in seniors. Want to go further? Pair beans with whole grains like brown rice or quinoa to create a complete protein, and add vitamin C-rich foods like bell peppers or tomatoes to triple your iron absorption. And don't underestimate batch cooking. Preparing 2 or 3 pounds of beans once a week, freezing portions, and having them ready to go means you'll never miss your protein target again. When you combine this with even light resistance training, resistance bands, body weight squats, or simple chair exercises, you unlock what scientists call a synergy effect, where food and exercise multiply each other's benefits. But even with all these strategies, nothing will inspire you more than real people who've transformed their health with beans, and their stories may convince you in ways that science alone never could. Science is powerful, but nothing is more convincing than seeing real people change their lives. Take Beverly Kelly, for example. At 80 years old, she decided to shift her diet toward beans and other plant proteins. Within just a few months, she lost 14 pounds of stubborn belly fat and reported that she felt more energetic than she had in decades. She told researchers, "I stay active until late evening now, and I need less sleep." Her story mirrors what scientists are finding on a large scale. The famous Nurses' Health Study followed over 85,000 women over 60 for years. Those who ate the highest amounts of plant protein had dramatically lower risks of frailty and maintained their independence much longer than those who relied mainly on animal protein. And it's not just research subjects or health enthusiasts. Across the United States, community programs that give seniors access to beans and fresh produce are showing measurable improvements in muscle mass and reduced obesity. Even senior athletes are embracing plant-based diets, reporting faster recovery times and sustained performance well into their 70s, 80s, and 90s. These stories prove one thing: beans aren't just theory, they're transformation. But as powerful as all this sounds, there's still one final truth you need to hear, the single factor that could decide whether you stay healthy and strong or whether you face years of decline. You've now seen the evidence. Beans are not just humble foods tucked away in your pantry. They are one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your muscles, your heart, and your independence after 60. And the best part, they are affordable, versatile, and available in every grocery store. That means starting today, you have everything you need within reach. So here's my encouragement to you. Don't think you need to change everything overnight. Begin with one small step. Add a half cup of lentils to your soup. Swap a serving of meat for black beans in your favorite dish. Try edamame as a quick afternoon snack. These small decisions build up over time, and each one is like a deposit into your strength bank account. Day by day, they protect your mobility, your energy, and your freedom. And please remember, your health journey is not just about food, it's about consistency, hope, and community. You're not alone in this. Millions of people your age are facing the same struggles with muscle loss, fatigue, and fear of losing independence. But the difference is now you know a solution that is backed by science and proven by real lives. That's why I want you to hold on to this information. Save this video right now, because you may want to come back when you need a reminder of what's possible. If you found today's message valuable, make sure you subscribe to this channel. By doing that, you'll never miss the latest medical insights and practical tips designed to help you stay strong, independent, and healthy for years to come. Think of it as joining a community that looks out for one another, because we all deserve to age with dignity and power. And finally, I want to leave you with this message of hope. No matter your age, no matter your current health, it is never too late to start building strength. Every meal is an opportunity, every bite is a choice, and every choice can lead you closer to a future where you feel energized, confident, and free. Beans may be small, but their impact is enormous. And if you give them the chance, they just might change the rest of your life.